What is going on, guys? It's your boy KG for Live here. Almost forgot to make another YouTube video today, but we're here. Um, Today we're going off of another question I get asked a lot often. Right now, I am sticking at 14. We'll go here together so we can see 14, 13 right now is where I'm at. Yes, I've gotten 2 stars, 1 stars on most of my things, but I'm still making it. Most of the questions I get asked as of recently is how to beat 1127, how to beat 1123. Some people are saying how to beat 10, how to beat 1031, how to beat some of like the little tiny bosses in some of these areas, and that's where we are going to start at today. Today we are going to focus on everything from 9 all the way up to 1127, and a little bit of 13 and 14. You will start running into most of your problems at chapter 9, at episode 9. At episode 9, you're going to start running into a lot of problems that have to do with the waffle bots. The waffle bots are very difficult to handle because they love to push back. As you can see, where is it? It would be these guys right here. The waffle cone lancers. They push you back. So people, the best way to fight these things and to get by them, to be able to do things. My one suggestion, or something in a matter of beating episode 9, use summoners. Summoners is probably the best way to go about this, because the one thing that is going to happen, and actually, since I have enough, I could be able to show you here real quick. Summoners, like herself, she pushes the sheep. The sheeps are what's coming out, taking the blunt of them pushing back. So if the lancers push back, you're going to get the sheep that are going to be pushed back more than your tank or anybody else in the situation. So when being said, always keep up your summoners. If you have crunchy chocolate chip, if you have oyster cookie, if you have cotton, I would recommend cotton more than I recommend anybody else. But you know, you will have also wildberry. Wildberry is also another thing that's going to be sitting there being like, hey, look, he can push back as well. He helps with the pushing back, along with going to help push you back a little tiny bit more. I would recommend keeping summoners available for something like this, for not like just that one in general, but just, you know, in the 9, the episode 9 up top, not the castle in the skies, which you're more focused on. You're not really focused on a portal to the ground. You're not focused on that area. That's pretty decent. But once you start getting here, you want to start making sure you get some things that help you against the pushbacks that you're going to endure when it comes to this. So that's where episode 9, that's pretty much straightforward, straight easy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Summoners are going to help you there. Okay, next we're going to start here in episode 10 now. Episode 10, I've heard people having trouble with Cake Burst Hall. Alright, well, Cake Burst Hall, it's heals, constantly heals. because as long as you have your good damage dealer, and honestly, Wildberry, again, like I said, Wildberry is a must in most of these things. As long as you keep up your heals, as long as you keep up doing all the damage as you can see me doing, then you will pretty much get past this part. And I'm going to show you here real quick. I'm going to take it off auto so you see my train of thought. And get everything here first. Want to throw something out there? Want to throw him out there? By the way, if you don't understand, Wildberry does help with damage resist. See, as you can see, make sure you keep up the heals, make sure you keep up your damage resist from Wildberry, and just go ham with Sorbet healing. If you have pure vanilla, it's fine. If you don't have pure vanilla, I'd want to use herb. So you would want to go with, you would want to go with, let's say, for this, you can switch out pure vanilla for herb. You can switch it out for, honestly, for another healer. You can switch it out for parfait. You can switch it out for pomegranate if you want to. But if you're only wanting to run one heal and you want to be able to still do a lot of damage, I'd try to say focus on Sierra Cookie. You can remove pure vanilla cookie and put Financier Cookie in there, because Financier Cookie with Wildberry Cookie, and if you're looking at my damage out, my attack power, we're at 39k for Sorbet, and we are at 45k for Eclair. So Financier Cookie is gonna sit there and block it, give Eclair a damage boost. So what you want to do when you use this type of team is Financier will go first. Well, no, it's gonna be Wildberry first, Financier second, Eclair, Sorbet. But make sure Cotton's always gonna be your main go-to thing to use. Out of all of the abilities, Cotton's first. And it's pretty straightforward. Next, people are all having problems with. Here we go. Okay. So next, people will be saying that they're having problems with 1030 and 1031. 1030 is pretty straightforward as well. We're just going to use the team of what I just showed y'all from the Cake Burst boss. We're going to use it here. Alright. So we're going to heals, damage resist. We really don't have to do much, but even when it comes to y'all, if anybody that's a lower damage than I am, Financier, Eclair, that. Throw the heals out there. You want to go hit Wildberry, Financier, Eclair, Sorbet. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward when it comes to the skill rotation for 1030, because as long as Financier Cookie protects Eclair Cookie, you're going to do a lot of damage. And here, I'm going to show you here exactly. As you can see, they died too quickly, but you literally see Financier is there to make sure he does the damage that he needs to do. So it does work. Now, for the main attraction of 1030 would be the Cake Witch boss. As you can see here, the Cake Witch boss does have a 687,000 HP. Sometimes it's good to read exactly what some of these abilities do, because then you'll have a better understanding of what you're going to have to go through, and it's gonna be hard, but let's go ahead and do it. And I'm gonna show you exactly with the same team that I've been giving you, you can literally use this team for almost everything, by the way. This team is very versatile. This team is very versatile. See what? First, you want to go Slingshot, Wildberry, Financier, Eclair. As you see, that damage is literally destroys them right away. We're gonna wait for that. We're gonna go heals. We're gonna go Financier. We're gonna go Slingshot, Eclair, Sorbet, Wildberry. Wait for the skill cooldowns to go off. We're going to do that, Financier, Eclair, Sorbet, and done. You're gonna hear me say a lot. It's pretty straightforward. The way I would start thinking about, see, as you can see here, yeah, Wildberry, and it's like Wildberry, Eclair, and my cottons are always gonna be doing a lot of damage. This just seems to be, for some odd reason, I would not understand. I don't understand why, by the way. I don't. They're always gonna be doing a lot of damage. Yeah, I always keep on forgetting that y'all can't see the damage. That's pretty much what you want to do when it comes to beating the cake boss guy. You have to try to get the first thing done as soon as possible. Once you get that first set of HP bars gone, it's pretty, it's self-explanatory the way that you want to do your skills, and you want to keep your skills in order. Okay, next we're gonna go here to 1123. Now, everybody here understands that 1123 is not the easiest. If I try this with the team that I have right now, we're going to beat it. 23. We're gonna keep this team here the way that this team is, and we're gonna go here. So with 1123, in all honesty, you can use something like this. But the one thing I'm gonna tell you is, if you don't have the magic candy for vampire, then you don't want to do anything like that. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna remove those. And we're gonna keep the 2 tanks, 2 healers idea. And what we're gonna do is, instead of, we're gonna use Eclair. I think I'd recommend Eclair more than I recommend anybody else. Same thing with Sorbet. Sorbet is really good, so you want to be careful with those. So let's go to continue this and see how we go from here. So damage resist always is a must. Heal. That with Eclair is gonna make it easier for us. I would always recommend keep your heals active at all times. If you keep your heals active at all times, you're not gonna get anywhere. I mean, you will, and you will get where you need to get to when it comes to that, by the way. Because as long as you keep on healing, as long as you keep on activating the shields. Alright, so here's where it gets crazy. Damage resist, that. Then you want to put Financier into Eclair, into that. Now we're gonna get that lightning. You want to pop that. You want to pop Pure Vanilla. Financier with Eclair is a really good duo with this team. Very good there. It's easy enough to do it now that Financier Cookie has became a thing. Because Financier Cookie does give you the opportunity to do more damage, as you can see here. It's gonna give you the opportunity to do a lot more damage than you're used to. Would I say Financier Cookie is the end all be all of this thing? No, not really. No, she's not. But she does do diligence on these missions since she's been out. And if you haven't got Financier Cookie, I would recommend getting her as soon as you can get her. And mine's is not even at a 2-star. Mine's is literally at a no star. It's very good to have a team like this. So, hey KG, what if I don't have Financier? What if I don't have Wildberry? What if I don't have Pure Vanilla? Okay, well, if you don't have either or, if you don't have the main cookies that somebody is like, hey, look, you need these cookies to survive, that's honestly not the 100% case. You can use somebody like her and her. You can use Parfait and Cotton. You can use Parfait and Cotton and you're good. So let's say that you don't want to use cotton. I mean, honestly, if you don't have Wildberry cookie, your other options are very slim to none. You have Hollyberry cookie, that's a good one to use. You also have Dark Cacao that you can use. You have, where is she? Strawberry Crepe is also a good one to use. Yeah, you have some good options. I would say Strawberry Crepe is your main option, but if you have Dark Cacao or Hollyberry, you would want to use Dark Cacao and Hollyberry, if not together, but you would want to use one of those. But same thing goes if you want to use Sea Fairy. Sea Fairy is another good addition. Let me make sure. Yeah, everything's good. Sea Fairy is a good addition. If you just want to use one healer, that's perfectly fine. But I recommend, if you don't have Wildberry, you need to get Wildberry. If you want to be very careful and run a double tank, try to put Hollyberry or Dark Cacao into the situation. Like, honestly, you could run Dark Cacao. You can run this team right here and actually do decent with this team as well, which is Dark Cacao, Wildberry, Eclair, Sea Fairy, and just one heal. Because that one heal is going to do just fine against this type of team. As long as you keep your heals up, as long as you keep your damage resist up from Wildberry, you're pretty much golden. As you can see here, you're pretty much golden. So we're gonna use that. We're gonna use Eclair, Sea Fairy, Wildberry to get that damage resist, the extra 15% damage resist, and boom. See, it's not as difficult as people put it out there to be. So that's what I would do with 1123. You do, like I said, you do have other options and the options that you don't have. And those options are very slim, but they're there. Like, Cotton is a must. You can get Cotton from doing your, mileage points. Sorry, it took me a second to get up my head. You can get it through mileage points, but your main situation, your main team that you would want to try to use is double heals, double tank, Eclair. Double heals, double tank, Eclair. Like, this is pretty much a team that can get you through almost every single thing. And you may be asking, can this team do good on 1127? Well, believe it or not, yes it can. And I say this with a grain of salt, because the one thing you have to notice when it comes to this in particular, Raspberry Cookie heavily focuses on the cookie with the highest attack. Okay, so the cookie with the highest attack, for instance, is Eclair Cookie right now. So since Eclair Cookie is the highest cookie with the highest attack, you're going to want to make sure when she's going to do her charge ability. So we're gonna pop that right away. We're gonna do that. Get that heal off. You have to watch because she's gonna do. There we go. See, I used that thing to make sure that she didn't get hit. Eclair didn't get hit too hard. So we're gonna pop that. We're gonna pop that. See, I make sure I put it right when the charge is happening. And there's also the chance that you can do it even after. You can do it after the fact, after she charges, as long as your cookie has a decent amount of damage resist, you will be able to survive any type of hit. When you cookie with the highest attack, the cookie with the highest attack, you're able to do something with that. Okay, so for instance, if you don't have pure vanilla, if you don't have, I mean, let's face it, everybody's gonna have cotton. Everybody needs to have cotton. It's a given. If you don't have cotton, you need to get it through whatever means necessary to get her. She's perfect. Also, things that could work in this situation, you don't need pure vanilla. You can use what's his face, vampire cookie. You can actually use the summoner's comp too. The summoner's comp is actually really decent in this situation because how much things are on the battlefield. Don't have financier cookie again. There's another way of doing this, and it's a different type of way, actually. It's the toppings for Seafarer Cookie. You want to run full solid almond, and you want to give her the maximum amount of damages you can give her. And every time with having pure vanilla or having cotton, you're going to be able to out heal the fact that she's taking that damage. Another thing also is Sorbet Shark. Sorbet Shark is another good addition to this team. Sorbet Shark is at every Eclair. The only thing you need to worry about is once you do your jump, you want to do the jump when she's about to go at Sorbet Shark, because the moment that she tries to go at Sorbet Shark, she's gonna miss, but she's gonna go after whichever has the highest attack of these two. So like right now, the highest attack out of these two would be Wildberry. So you would want to have Wildberry having the most attack power out of everybody, which he does. So when you do the jump with Sorbet, it's gonna hit Wildberry. But as long as you have two healers, you're going to out heal that damage that is being done to Wildberry, or even if you forget to do it, to Eclair or Sorbet Shark. She is really a big help. Financier Cookie is really a big help for the sole reason of that extra shield that she gives you. So I'd recommend 100% making sure that you get Financier Cookie on your team. Next, 11:30 story mode. So, with that being said, like I said, the team that I've been using, going straight forward, and we're gonna keep on going with this same team to show you how versatile this team is against most of the bosses. This team is very good against most of the bosses. You don't want to be on auto, by the way. Auto is not useful in this situation. As long as you can hold out when it comes to your skills and your abilities, you want to use them at the right time, but you also want to keep on using Wildberry's damage resist. Wild Berry's damage resist is what's gonna keep you alive. Okay, here we go. Watch this. So we got that Financier, Eclair, heal, heal, Wild Berry. So we're gonna go through that situation one more time. It's heal, heal, Financier, Eclair. As long as you keep your heals up, as long as you keep these two abilities being focused together, you're gonna always do a lot of damage, as you can see. Boom. Done, easy, out of the park. This team is very good to have. Will it get you really, really far? No, but it will get you past the main parts of the story that matter. Now, honestly, the only thing that really matters in episode 12 is really episode 12:30. And like I said, we're gonna go through again. We're not changing the team out. Also, just so y'all can be able to know what toppings I'm using here, we have. There you go. You can see it better now. Perfect. We have Wallabear sitting at a 43% damage resist, 5 solid element. She's at the lowest damage resist right now because she just became available to me, so I'm not doing too well with her, but more damage resist would be a lot better. And also adding some cooldown to her and amplify buff would work so well with her. Right here for Eclair, you want to run full Serum Raspberry. We're at 22% damage resist with 47.9% attack. Cooldowns at 1.6, crit resist at 6.9. So we're at a good. There's a good chance. I mean, not a good chance. It does work. We were using Swift Chocolate, so you can keep on using its ability more and more with 21.5% damage resist. But we're gonna use Serum Raspberry for him. Cotton, we're gonna be straight to the point with Cotton. 24.6 cooldown. Everything else is just there, but that's what you want to focus on. 24.6 cooldown, but 8 damage resist. Same thing goes with pure vanilla cookie. 18.1%, 9.5 damage resist. Getting that good damage resist on your cookies goes a long way. So there's other ways to beat this. There are a lot of other ways to beat this, but I would recommend this team more than any other team. Alright, so everybody, we're gonna go there. Wildberry, that, and Eclair. Heal, heal. Get ready for this. Wildberry. There we go. As you can see, once you get to the point of being stunned, you want to use pure vanilla. So what you'll know when to use pure vanilla. See, like, once you get stunned, pure vanilla is pretty much there for that. Because pure vanilla is really there to keep you alive when you need them the most. Now, if you're struggling with, see right here, and boom. Try to keep on focusing on using that that defense, and I'm not worried about not beating this, honestly, because this is pretty much just for educational purposes on what I'm doing here to show you exactly how easy it is to keep up with the damage output here on this. It may be a chance that we do win this one in 22 seconds, but like I said, it may not. Because we're not really too focused on we're not too worried about winning, we're worried about giving you the best. I actually think we just beat it. Oh no, we didn't. We literally got to the end. But I'm gonna show you here exactly why this team is so good. As you can see, 4 mil, 4 mil, 4 mil. It's pretty much given at that point. But I'm going to show you exactly if there's another way of doing this. You want to take out pure vanilla. Pure vanilla is all fine and dandy, but if you have vampire, use vampire with the candy. The candy could be at level 1, by the way, just so you know that. The candy could be at level 1, and watch how pure vampire cookie is pretty much the one cookie that's going to. We're gonna go damage resist, heal, damage resist, that. I kind of messed up a little tad bit, but it's fine. The damage out is going to go a long way, by the way. And vampire cookie is going to literally do so much damage when it comes to that. So we're not going to use that until, so we can show you exactly what's going to happen here. We're going to go that, and that. As you can see, you're doing a lot more damage when you have an extra damage dealer. Some people won't be able to get this far without an extra healer, but sometimes it's worth it if you can. As you can see, we're already at 119, and we're already done. With a minute and 9 seconds to spare, and that's because we were able to use vampire along with his candy. We were able to get that extra damage with Eclair and vampire being there, and I was able to do it with only one healer. As you can see here, hold on, let me emphasize this a little tiny bit for you, okay? As you can see there's really no one else. Ever since the update, there's really no one else you want to use other than vampire, because he just puts out so much damage, way too much damage to not have him. So, and these are the teams that I use. This team right here is my normal team that I'm using. Actually, as of now, for World Exploration, I'm using this team. But for now, we're at 1330. I have beaten 1330 many times over and many times over again, and the Summoner's Comp is the way to go for this boss, just solely off of this. Pumpkin pie is the one cookie that's gonna help you beat this guy down, because pumpkin pie gives you that damage resist. Not sorry. I was thinking about, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was thinking about somebody else. Pumpkin pie gives you that healing reduction. Right now I'm on auto right now because this is how easy this one can be, by the way. It's very easy. It's very straightforward. Having the Summoner's Comp is gonna, so we're gonna take it off auto just for learning purposes. Always make sure that you're able to use Pon, because then the more you use Pon, the easier it is for you to kill the boss, because he's gonna out heal you doing damage to it if you don't have Pon, by the way. If you don't have Pon, yes. But for right now, that's it. Uh, Later, what I'll do is 14 is gonna be a little bit difficult for me to go through and actually give you a good team to use, because there's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to the 14 episode 14. That being said, with the effects of all this, it's gonna be hard. Um, so I was able to get to 13 with the major things that needed to happen, and the teams that I used for said things. I would recommend, sticking with the pure vanilla cotton eclair. This combo right here does really well. It's very versatile. I mean, you can always switch out pure vanilla for, a vampire cookie, a clotted, sea fairy. Like, there's a bunch of good damage deals out there. Sorbet, so you have options. Not everything is just the set and end all be all. So I recommend trying that, getting that out the way, and seeing how it fares for you. These things fare for me, and they have gotten me to where I'm at now, which is at 14. So I'm not gonna give you something that doesn't sit right with me. I'm going to be able to tell you how I've beaten things and how I've done things. Doesn't mean it's gonna work for you, but I am always willing to help you out and give you more pointers with things that you do have available. I am always live at twitch.tv/KG for life. Links down in the description. Everything is down in the description for the Discord. If you really want to be able to talk to me and get a little more in depth with me, Discord is the way to go. I'm always answering Discords. I'm always being helpful there. Also on Twitch, come by, say hi, say what's up, and let me help you out, and I will be able to do my best. As of now, it's been your boy KG for life. I got some things to attend to, and y'all take care of yourselves. Use this.